You want to read the. All right, well, I'm going to ask you to read this first piece, and I'll do Miss Christine. But good evening, everybody. Today is Tuesday, August the 11th, 2026, a little after 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And please forgive me for screwing up the schedule. I was supposed to have a test today, and well, they messed it up on their end, so now it's been rescheduled to Thursday. So hence, Crazy Bee was kind enough to come back to do a live this evening. So
Shit.
we hope everybody had a good weekend. What?
I gotta open the freaking project itself. Be patient with me. I'll
Okay.
get to it. I'm
But we
sorry.
can,
I'm having a day. Be patient with me, folks.
yeah, she's down to one monitor, so she's in like dystopia somewhere.
La La Land.
That could be a place.
Um. Shit. It won't let me open it. Oh, give me a moment. I'm having a day.
One butter, yeah. One moment, please. Ding dong,
How do I
ding
bring one up
dong.
from my PC? Oh, who the hell is calling me now? Oh, it's that stupid Social Security thing. Oh my
What's
lord.
that about? Is it an automated thing?
No. It is a idiot that. Oh, it's part of the automated thing. I will say that. Yes, it is technically part of the automated group. Okay, we're gonna have to do this. We're gonna have to get creative. One moment, folks. Um, how do I do this? Um, will it let me? No, it won't let me. What? I'm so sorry. I'm trying to figure out how to share this without um there we are. Oh fucking course it's gonna be this way. Shit. Hold on. How do I do this? I'm so sorry, folks. I'm trying to learn. Um, okay. Go ahead and talk while I try to figure out how to do this. I'm gonna mute myself. Because I'm just wasting
Well,
time.
I don't know what to, yeah, well, I don't know what to talk about right now. So I have
Well,
really not
maybe
much to
lead up
say.
into what we're going to be talking about, or whichever.
Uh, or they could just be patient and wait along with us. Do you need me to send you the file again? And wait along with us. Do you need me to send you the file again?
Well, that's not the problem. The
Would
problem
that
is
help?
I don't have a way to. It's not opening the way I need it to in Google,
Okay,
and
I see.
yeah. It, could you share it to
Just,
our Rex Sisters Drive? Oh no, I can do that. What am
possibly.
I doing? I can do that. I don't need you to do that. I'm a dipshit. I can do it.
One
Sorry.
moment, please.
Technical
Crazy Bee doesn't need to
difficulties.
put us on. No, she doesn't. You don't need to go on pause. They can share in the enjoyment of it all,
The
right?
confusion.
If that's what you want to call it.
Oh, I'm sorry, folks. I thought I was
Last
gonna
minute.
make my computer better, but I didn't. Oh.
Well, what do you mean you didn't?
Well, remember I was
You
supposed to
got what
go
you
from
needed,
two
though,
screen to
right?
three screens, and then I ended up with just one screen, and then after the weekend we ended up with two screens, but they show the same thing, which is a halfway to where I
Yeah.
originally wasn't
Hmm.
necessary.
Oh, the
Okay.
only way you learn new things is by trying.
Oh, it's not that I've never done it before. I just didn't expect it to be this stupid. Okay.
Mhm.
I don't want the slideshow in full screen. No. No. Oh my god. Go away. I don't want you in full screen. How do I fix this? Oh, this is going to be fun. Um, this is going to be really fun. We'll figure this out as we go. So,
You
I
you
have it in
click down on
Chrome.
the bottom.
What?
Click down on either the arrow or the box. What do they do?
That just hides the film strip, which isn't too horrible of a view.
Yeah, that I like that better than what
Because
we
when I do
had.
it full screen, it like when I click like to start the
Yeah,
slideshow, it takes up the whole monitor, which I then can't get to anything else.
right, right.
So yeah, there's the dilemma. So okay, I think that'll work going forward, don't you?
Mm-hmm. It
Okay.
works for me if it works for you.
I don't know. Hi, cannabis.
Hey, Cannabis, how you doing? All right
Uh,
then, let's get started.
physically
Uh,
or mentally?
hey, Crazy Bee, how's your day been?
How's my day been?
Huh?
Jeez, I don't know.
Uh-huh.
It's all over the place.
Yeah.
Oh my lord, it's all over the place
Is that a
today.
good thing or a bad thing? Is
I
that a good thing
really
or a
don't
bad
know.
thing?
I don't know. Um, that's a good question. I don't know. How's my day been? I guess I'm
Okay.
still alive.
True.
That's
Sometimes, though, I don't know. Is that worth it?
I don't know. That's another really good question.
Uh-huh. And somehow I've gotten sick. Uh, I don't know where or why. Well, probably one of them children made me sick, is what I'd venture to guess.
Oh well, that's
Although,
why there's two of them.
although I'm starting to believe your modus moda mo, oh God, here we go.
What I've noticed.
Yes, thank you for that. I hope to God we're able to use our words today because I said that to you all day. Use your words. Hmm. Now mine have disappeared. Anyway, I was going to say that I think you might be on to something with this weather situation and sinuses,
Mm-hmm.
which I never really paid that much attention to, but we have these storms. It happened this morning, and then the voice and all that went, and then now we're getting ready to have some additional storms, and I can't talk. Why is
Yep.
that? And
Probably
that
the
was
same
you
reason I can't.
yesterday and over the weekend. Yeah. Uh-huh. Why is that?
Blue, just
Is it
sound
the
it out,
pressure?
D. Blue says just sound it out, D.
Now I'm snorting. Oh my God.
Hey,
Sign it out.
cannabis made
I'm
point zero zero five percent of a penny on his race videos. That's
Oh
half a
wow.
cent, point
Wait, how
zero
much?
five cents. So he made like a nickel.
Wow.
Oh God, it's too
Don't
funny.
spend it all in one place, cannabis. Don't spend it all in one place.
I'm
You know,
loaded.
and our
Who needs a
suggestion,
loan?
well, can we borrow some? Uh,
uh,
you know what they say, you put a little bit away in your savings and then, a little bit towards your bills, and then you can
yep.
have some spend money. So, Yeah, you'll have to figure out how to divide that up, put some back into the bike and all that.
Oh God,
Yeah,
life is too
big,
funny.
oh my gosh. All those videos and he got half a cent.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
But
Yeah,
that's how it goes
that's
sometimes.
right. Well, isn't that what they told us? How much did they say we'd get a penny per 100 or
Something like
something
that.
like that on
Yeah.
Rumble? Yeah. Mhm. Go figure.
Yeah, hi
All
Blue
right.
Rose. She goes but
Hey,
hi
Blue.
ladies, by the way. Yeah. Sure at 40% interest. Oh hell no.
Uh,
Dude, no.
I don't think
Sorry.
we could swing those rates. I mean, I know rates are high today, but I don't think we could swing paying back 40%. Oh, that's
I
funny.
know I sure as fuck
All
couldn't.
right, people. So, yeah, so we're on episode. I find that so hard to believe. We're at 180 episodes. Actually, more because of the
Oh,
way
yeah. Some of them are numbered. Mm-hmm.
yeah. And so this is part one of Beyond the Pardon, how they're holding Fauci accountable, is what I say. It's a crock of shit.
What accountability?
I, yeah, really.
That's just a
For
load of
real.
shit.
We really think him or anybody else is gonna be held accountable.
Fuck no.
Uh-huh.
That's overrated. Alright.
All right.
First
Yep,
page.
whenever you're ready.
There we are.
Yes, ma'am.
Do I need to enlarge it?
Now, no, I'm good, but I don't see it on my phone.
You
I see it,
should.
but I don't see it on my phone.
From the
Is
live,
everybody uh-huh.
I transitioned it out. It should be there. Hold on, there might be a lag or
Blue,
a
do you
delay.
see? Okay. Okay. Dong ding. Uh-huh.
Nope, it's out there on the live. Yeah, it's out there.
Why isn't it okay? Let me go out and come back. That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Righty. One moment, please, folks. There we go. That's weird. Okay. So beyond the pardon, how they're holding Fauci accountable, I thought it was important to start with who is Fauci married to? Married to. Who is Fauci, right, to begin with, and what we can find out about him. But then let's check into who he's married to and what transpired. And hopefully I can remember what HR questions I have because right now I can't even talk.
Yeah.
So, Crazy B, if you do the first article there about who Fauci is.
I want to really quick address. Yes, Blue, we're doing the show notes version because, well, I can't get it to work any other way. So, yeah, sorry, show notes version. So Anthony Fauci, here we are. Anthony Stephen Fauci was born in 1940 on Christmas Eve. He's an American jackass. Scientist, physician, immunologist. Sorry,
Mm,
I don't like
yep.
lying. I'm allergic to bullshit. Who served as the director of the National Institute of Allergies and Infectious Disease (NIAID) from 84 till 2022. I was a year old when this jackass got into power, basically, and he held
Wow.
it for most of my life. So I'll tell
Yeah.
you, despite what this article is about to say, there is a lot of stuff that I remember, whether they wanted to add it or erase it or whatever. There's a lot
Hmm.
I remember. Um,
Uh-huh.
so, and he is the chief medical advisor to the president from 2021 to 2022, which was a special appointment that was
Which
created solely for the effect of COVID.
And which president would that have been under?
That was Biden. Until his retirement. Um,
Mm-hmm.
he's one of the world's most frequently cited scientists across all scientific journals from 83 to 2002. Yeah, because they didn't know what a
Wonder why.
dipshit he was.
Uh-huh.
Um, anyways, Fauci graduated
They
from.
thought he was
Oh,
they
go
thought
ahead.
he was the be all end all, didn't they?
Oh,
They thought he was the be all end all, didn't they?
he told them he was the be all end all, and they believed him.
Mm-hmm.
Just,
Yes, ma'am.
this is so hard biting my tongue. I'm telling you, it is. Um,
Well, would
Fauci.
you rather me do this one and you
Oh
want
no,
me
I'm
to
gonna
do
read
this
it.
one
I'm
and
just
you
going
do
to.
it twice?
No,
Okay.
I gotta learn to control myself and not repeat or state things that get us in trouble, even though they're factual.
Yes, and just so everybody in the audience knows, normally we have code for, to try to calm it down or whatever, but today in this particular case it's going to be crazy be quiet
Or that's enough. We're
so
gonna
that
get in
she does
trouble.
yeah,
That works too.
so that she doesn't go off the rails, just so y'all
We're gonna
know.
try. So, dipshit obviously went to a few colleges, went and got his medical degree from Cornell University, and blah blah blah. During his time as the infectious disease director person and immunologist, he made contributions to the HIV/AIDS research. Um,
Hmm.
I
He
can
did more than contribute.
I know some people who will. Well, they would love to tell you about his contributions, but they died because of them. Directly statement made. Um, and other immunodeficiency diseases, both as a research scientist and as the head of the NIAID. In 2008, he was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom, which he really didn't deserve, for his work on PEPFAR, an AIDS relief program under George W. Bush. Um,
I
another,
find that hard to believe.
another one.
Yeah, well, yep.
Mm-hmm. Now, I here's the thing: is I will say we have come a very long way in medications for HIV and AIDS, and actually, there's a medication out there. When I the coronavirus, aka COVID, whatever, that we now know leaked from a Chinese lab, where Fauci supposedly and is being accused of, his emails are pretty damning, sent money to them to do said gain of research on said virus. That then accidentally, and I'm using air quotes here, accidentally got out of the lab and spread across the globe, making many people sick.
Hmm.
So, you know,
Yes, ma'am.
and of course, before anyone could do anything about it, Nuremberg 2.0, Biden went and pardoned him. Well, he's pardoned on a federal level. Our states can still go after him. We can hand him over to any other country. Just saying. Anyways, do we want to go into his early life and childhood?
No,
Okay.
unless you want, there seems to be something that stands out to you could mention.
Mm. Well, he was a rear admiral in the Public Health Service Commission Corps. Not
Okay.
really military, but okay. Um, why would they put a sample of his voice in here? That is really creepy.
Let's hear it.
The single takeaway that the president emphasized is that this is something that we're concerned about, but absolutely should not panic about. We
I
have a
don't
lot
hear
of tools
anything.
at
Do
our
you?
disposal.
I can hear it. It's basically him saying, "Look, like the president said, this is something we're keeping an eye on, but we don't have to worry about." Mm-hmm.
Seriously?
Oh, yeah. So, for those who may not have heard it because of the way the system goes, click on that link, go to his Wikipedia, and listen to him repeat how unserious COVID was initially.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Um, he played basketball. Dude is short. Was it with trying to be the
That
first
correct?
Scottie Pippen?
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Fauci's grandparents immigrated to the United States from Italy in the 19th century. His paternal grandparents, Antonio Fauci and Calogera Guardino, were from, I can't pronounce that, Sicily. And his maternal grandparents are from Naples. Hmm,
Okay.
interesting. Other than that, there really isn't much about him. It just starts repeating his more detailed stuff. Things I really don't like about him. That puts him in a good light when it
What's his
shouldn't.
go back and what are some of his medical achievements?
um, he developed therapies for formerly fatal diseases such as polyarteritis, nodosa, granulomatosis with polyangiitis, and lymphomatoid granulomatosis. Fuck those words. Basically, they're autoimmune and immunosuppressive immune disorders. They're immune disorders. And by the all the
Okay.
cis and isis in it, and itis, it usually is on the lines of inflammatory something or another. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so, oh yeah, for the Arthritis Center survey
So
members. Good.
yeah, look at that. I was just gonna say I'm looking at the Rheumatitis Association. Wow.
Rheumatism, yep. Well, it is an immune
Wow.
condition. I go to rheumatology for mine. I mean, heck, we
So
just
do
got my
I.
blood work back
Yeah.
showing that my inflammatory markers are going down with the methotrexate that I'm on. So, yay! It works. I'm just going to be on it for
That's
the rest of my life. But it works, and I can move my fingers and toes.
great.
Um, and I get, I'm not going to sit here and say everything was bad, but if you go look at the studies themselves and how they were performed and who they were performed on, um, yeah, you'll have your answers as to why I really don't like this guy. Um, and again, helped create he basically learned to use the cancer medications, the chemotherapies, to suppress the immune system to keep the body from attacking itself, which is basically what they're doing for me, chemotherapy. And
Mm-hmm.
it does really help. Um, he contributed to the understanding of HIV. Yeah, by telling a bunch of families that if you're even in the same room with someone with it, you'll get it. And leading to families disowning their other family with HIV and AIDS. Yeah, there was a moment when he went on public television and told everybody that, just in case you didn't know.
Wow.
Uh-huh. And oh yeah, his vaccine to prevent HIV. Yeah, don't get me started on how that tested out and how that works and why we don't have it today. That's an entire study in itself. New York State. Um, yeah, the New York State child welfare system. There's an app.
Okay.
There's a hint. Um, yeah, here's the HIV/AIDS epidemic that he made worse than it needed to be.
Wait, back up. What's this say in 2020 in a 2020 interview with The Guardian, Fauci remarked, "My career and my identity has really been defined by HIV. He was one of the leading researchers during the AIDS epidemic in the early 1980s. Wow. In
Yeah.
October of 1988, protesters came to the National Institutes of Allergy and Infectious Diseases. Fauci, who had become the Institute's director in 94, bore the brunt of the anger from the LGBTQ plus community, who were largely ignored by the government.
Except it was only LGB back then. That TQ plus
Right.
bullshit wasn't there. It was just LGB. I
Right.
don't like that they tacked it on because those people weren't there. Anyways,
Mm-hmm.
they were not. Hmm. Yeah.
So hold on. So a leading AIDS activist, Larry Kramer, attacked Fauci relentlessly in the media. He called him an incompetent idiot
Yep.
and a pill-pushing fool of the medical
Yep.
establishment. Fauci did not have control over drug approval, though many people felt he was not doing enough. Fauci did make an effort in the late 1980s to reach out to the LGBTQ plus community in New York and San Francisco to find ways he and the NAID could find a solution. Wow.
Here's the problem. You created part of the problem by pushing a pill that was extremely dangerous and actually did more harm than good.
Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna get like flashback, like, wow, wait, this sounds so familiar. And unfortunately, yes. And Larry Kramer did. Well, I mean, he was a little bit more pissed off. I'm trying to come at it mostly unbiased. I'm trying, but it don't work. He came at it full blown anti-Fauci.
Right.
I'm at least going to say that yes, this fuck up with this pill that was being pushed in the 80s, what happened, but it led to the right direction down the road of what did eventually lead to what we got now.
What to do? Right.
I
Right.
don't like, and yet they're trying to say he didn't have any control over any of it. He's the head of it. He's the
That's
head
a
of the
lot.
research. He did
Yeah.
some of the research. What do
Right.
you mean? If he's the head of the
Exactly.
NIAID, what do you mean he has no control over the research underneath it?
What goes on and yeah, what's the staff? He has staff that he's overseeing.
If
So
you're
even
overseeing
if
a
he
group
tried to
of
come
people
at
for
it
a
and say,
project at work and something goes wrong, who's at fault?
right.
And that's kind of where I stand. He does need to take the accountability for all the lives that were lost because of this. That happened more than
So
once.
so with that happening though, did the government ever go after him
No,
at those times?
no,
Why? Nobody wanted to touch him. He was still
still
considered the
back then.
hero.
Yeah, back then, nope. I mean, dude went on public television and basically said that breathing the same air as someone with HIV you could contract it. I mean, he literally went on air like this and scared the living hell out of everybody who lived with someone with HIV or AIDS. It was,
Hmm.
and again, he says, "Oh well, I didn't know it was just the most up to date at the moment." Really? Sounds so familiar. And oh, he was wrong. So after scaring everyone, leading to a bunch of people hating their family members, oh, sorry, I was wrong, does not cut it. Especially
Right.
multiple times now. wrong about swine flu, wrong about
Mhm.
COVID, wrong about this,
Right.
wrong about that. Like the list goes on and on about how wrong he has been this entire 40 something year career. And they still treat
What
him.
is it that what I don't understand is what he had on the government that all the presidents would keep him in that position then, is
I
what I
don't
don't
know.
understand.
I don't know. Honestly, up until needed to retire because Congress started to pressure him about COVID.
Right,
Rand Paul, thank you very much. Even if you don't do anything else, at least you're doing that. Um,
right.
he's literally just relentless about this. Dog with a bone, he ain't letting it go. And we already have enough proof. Fauci absolutely knew about this going on and the leak, and that it came from the BS that he funded directly. He was directly, and we'll get to that down the road, but just, I mean, that's what Rand Paul's after, and that's why he stepped down. He is terrified of being
Mhm.
prosecuted, not just by America, but how many other nations on this planet? 200 and
Uh-huh.
something. So,
Yes, ma'am.
yeah, that's why he stepped down in the 20s. Now, in 2020, too. But if they were to go back to more of his studies and find out how unethically some of these were run, whether he himself directly ran it or it was under his purview, whew, that's gonna hurt. Mm-hmm.
I
Uh,
lost you, Crazy B.
oh, can you hear me now?
Now I can hear you.
I was saying that if our government decided to go back and look over all his studies, how they were performed, and not just his studies, but the ones under his purview when he was, just in charge, he'd be
Mhm.
screwed. I'm amazed he's not in prison
Well,
already.
the statute of limitations is run out on that, I believe.
On medical ethics?
Uh, I'll double check that. I don't want to say anything right now because I
Yeah.
don't remember, to be honest with you.
Okay.
It's in the notes as in the later parts.
Okay. I
But
wasn't sure, but.
let's move on from
Oh, and then the
yeah.
idea that Fauci was wrong about AIDS, which some of his contemporary opponents repeat, is unfair. His most notorious error was in 1983 paper suggesting routine close contact within a household might spread the disease. But it was an understandable mistake given what was known at the time, and he corrected it within a year. Sound familiar?
Yeah. Just take AIDS out and insert
Swine
another
flu,
word.
insert COVID, insert Ebola, insert which other ones?
COVID.
Yeah, I said, yeah. I mean, I get it, people are wrong. But why come forward so often with wrong information? That's my biggest issue with people who rush to put something in the spotlight instead of waiting till they've thoroughly studied it. Give it
Well,
another
that's because he
year.
wanted the kudos.
Yeah.
He
Well,
wanted the kudos. He
and,
wanted to be out there. Look, he got the Medal of Freedom. He wants to be in the limelight.
well, look at it this way. It was less than a year for him to figure out he was wrong. So maybe he should have just shut his damn
Hmm.
mouth for a little bit longer and did some more research.
And waited. Hmm.
That's one of the, I mean, you've heard me say it. Rushed science gets people killed. Rushed medicine gets people
Yeah.
killed. I mean, unless you're in an emergency room and that's different. I'm talking research wise and drug studies.
Yeah.
You don't rush that
Right.
shit. And you don't go public with information that can ruin lives. Oh, sorry. Anyways, yeah. The swine flu epidemic that wasn't, it was actually a seasonal flu. Um,
And I knew he had his hand in Ebola.
uh-huh.
Where is he now?
That was
Well,
the 2014 Ebola. I was working. I was laughing.
where where is he now though? That
Oh,
well,
he's
he's
been
retired,
replaced.
but
Yeah, he
there
ain't
were
allowed to have a
there
say.
were some other there were other outbreaks, but you think he'd be over there helping them sort out this situation.
Oh no, no, no. That no, he's just a paper pusher. He's not a hands-on doctor.
Hmm.
But somehow we're supposed to trust him, even though he's not a hands-on doctor. Um,
Hmm.
Here he is with the COVID coronavirus thing. That tends to get me in trouble.
Wait, lift up, go back
Oh
up.
my
Oh,
God,
so he has
constantly
that
pulling so
picture with
stupid.
Trump and Mike Pence.
Uh huh.
What's he? What is that? Oh, look at how little he is. That's his problem. He's got the big man syndrome.
Uh huh.
Look at how tiny he is.
Yeah,
He
he
can
is.
barely reach over the podium.
I know the podium comes up to almost his shoulders.
Yeah,
Oh, Amazon's two
yeah,
stops
he's
away,
got
guys.
Napoleon complex. Yeah, he's got Napoleon complex.
Uh huh. Yep.
Okay, well,
Uh huh.
now we know what his problem is. Why he's thought to be a big shot,
Yeah.
but Elon Musk hasn't figured out how to make people grow or shrink yet. But that's coming.
Mm hmm. Yeah, they're
Okay, go
saying
ahead.
that in March of 2020, they predicted the infection fatality rate would be close to 1%, which is 10 times more severe than the 0.01% for the seasonal flu. And even if it is, in which it ended up being, but we still know that some places put it on the death certificate as a cause of death when it really wasn't. It was just present in the body
Correct.
because they got kickbacks from it, and we have a whole episode on that, I believe. Um,
Yes, we do.
so in March, he said, right now, the people of the United States who are not infected should not be walking around with masks. Then they should be walking with masks. And then they shouldn't. And then they needed 3 or 4 masks. And yeah. Anyways. Um,
Then you needed the special mask. What, N95s
well, yeah, I still use an
were the only
N95 when
ones
we
they
go
said that
out.
really work?
Actually, yes, for an N95, it absolutely would work. The fabric little, cloth mask made from a cut up t
Right.
shirt, no.
Do not. Yeah, do not.
But
We
I
had a
just,
whole episode. Yeah.
yep. I have an N95 right
And
now in the
YouTube,
car.
that is everything. Yeah. Everything we're saying is legit and can be sourced back. So
Yes.
don't come at
And
us.
I am legit saying I have an N95 mask in the car right now because my immune system is compromised. So when we go to the damn grocery stores and stuff, even though we're in a small town, I still wear my N95 mask out in public because my immune system is down. So, yeah. I'm not saying masks are bad. I'm saying use the right damn ones. That's all I'm saying. Um, oh, the stay-at-home
Well,
measures. Oh, go ahead.
hold on. Oh, wait, there's an ant on me. Hold on. Now there's a dead ant on me. So, and this is a question only. Crazy Bee will answer to the best of her medical ability. For what purpose would one want to wear a cloth or paper mask?
Okay, so the paper mask, like what the surgical masks that most people were basically, well, some people were wearing. Most ended up switching to cloth because it was washable. But the whole
Uh huh.
point of a surgical mask is to prevent large particulates from going into open wounds during surgery or open cavities during surgery, or let's say you have you're coughing up phlegm. Well, the mask will catch that, but not any of the virus particulates. And it even says on the box for the surgical masks that they were not headed off any infections off. And again, most bodies will fight a
Hmm.
virus, no problem. The biggest thing is you don't want facial hair in an open wound. You don't want sweat from a greasy face. You don't want
Right.
drool, um, eyes tearing up. You don't want stuff like that falling into your open body. So
Say
surgical
your
masks just
doctor
protect
has,
the larger stuff.
say the surgeon or some of the staff have a cold,
They're not allowed
or
to
they're
work.
at work with the flu
They're
because,
not allowed to. They're not allowed to be in the operating. Well, they're not supposed to be in the operating room per
okay,
like hospital policy. If you're sick, you are not supposed to be working around an open body. I
so,
mean, yeah, that's kind of a you got the sniffles, whatever, and it's. I mean, if you test for flu or whatever, they're not letting you in there. They're sending your butt home. It's just plain and simple.
all right. All right, so ding dong ding. That was your public service announcement from D and Crazy B today. Thank you.
Yes.
All right, keep going.
Looking. Uh, all the people going back and forth about Fire Fauci. Yeah, I remember that one. As a result, the
Mm-hmm.
White House denied that Trump was firing Fauci and blamed the media for overreacting. I think he should have. Nonetheless, my personal opinion. Fauci was criticized by right wing pundits and received death threats that necessitated security detail. Well, I'm pretty sure some of those were from not just COVID, but people who'd been alive for the last 40 plus years and knew what he
Well,
was doing for
that
that
instead
entire
of giving
time.
him the yeah, instead of giving him the security detail, they should have just said retire, take your early retirement.
The best
They could
security
have
is in
done
a
it.
cell in Reuters. Or not Reuters. What's that one in New York? The Strikers.
No, Rikers.
Oh, it is Rikers. It is Rikers. Okay.
It is Rikers. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. Okay. My bad. I pronounced it
but
wrong. But
he
yeah.
could have been he could have been Epstein. He could have been Epstein.
Yeah, that's true too. So, um,
Hmm.
yeah. And again, I still think it's funny. Oh, everyone stay home and wear a mask. Unless you're protesting the death of George Floyd. Have fun. No mask needed.
Well, I'm reading members of his family, including his wife and daughters, has been repeatedly harassed since the pandemic began. Out of curiosity, go to Sarah Sanders if you can bring her up,
Where's that?
and I want to see. No, no, you'd have to Google her on Wikipedia.
Oh,
She's the governor of Arkansas.
hold on 1 second.
And out of curiosity, okay.
Sarah Sanders?
Yeah, Sanders. It's I forget her how it goes. But Sarah Sanders, governor of
Oh, Sarah
Arkansas.
Huckabee Sanders.
Yes, there you go. I missed the Huckabee. I want to see if in there that they say anywhere that her and her family were accosted by left wing crazies at various restaurants and kicked out of restaurants. I'll bet none of it says that, or does it? Let's see if Wikipedia does the
Go
same
get
thing.
it. God damn. Sorry. Dang. They're driving me nuts. Okay. Who is named White House Secretary? Blah, blah, blah. To some speculations that Trump was considering to promote her after Trump dismissed Comey. Sanders said the herd of the countless members, 2017. 2017. I don't think there's much on it. Interesting. I'm not seeing anything about it.
So it's talking more about Trump than it appears, just glancing over it, right?
Yeah, it's more that. Oh, that's important. Just give it to me. God almighty. He's gonna do this. Well, I'm trying to get things done, of course. So, yeah, I'm not seeing it. I'm trying to. Okay. Okay.
It says here she lied about Trump being in charge of stuff. Wow, that is just unfreaking believable.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
You never heard them say Fauci lied. Wow, this is something else.
No, Fauci didn't lie. Fauci was, you know, accidentally wrong. Accidentally
Mm.
wrong. Those are the rain guards for the SUV. So yeah, they're really downplaying a lot of Fauci and exaggerating and sometimes misleading on others.
Wow.
Interesting.
So you see nothing in her profile that talks about her being accosted at restaurants, having to leave, being told to leave. None of that kind of stuff is in there.
Not that I've seen.
Nothing about how she was. Wow.
Not that I have seen.
Well, will
Sorry,
you
I'm
do me
throwing
a
some
favor and
ginger in my
drop that
stomach.
down in? Yeah, will you throw that down in the description
Yeah, I can put it
so
in
that if
there.
they want to see it? Okay, cool.
Uh,
Thank you. That I mean, we've talked previously about Wikipedia. Definitely is not the be all end all to get things,
mm-hmm. It's a good
but it
starting
is
point.
where, yes, it does give you some detail within it that you can go out and search for yourself,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's left, right, or middle. But it's been always apparent to Crazy B and I just how biased Wikipedia is. And I wanted to see that, you know, I know for a fact that she had been accosted and she ended up having to get a security detail uh, as well. So for
Mm-hmm.
them to not put that in on her profile, but yet try to, with all of these other things that they're saying about Fauci, they're like sugarcoating everything he's done. They're
Mm-hmm.
making him, at least to me, give the appearance that, oh my, him and his daughters and his family and his wife were harassed and blah blah.
JD Vance and his wife during a skiing trip just like a year and a half ago.
Mm-hmm.
And hi
Yes,
JJ
ma'am.
over on Rumble and Pilled. Yeah, I find it entertaining that
Mm-hmm.
they more or less don't give a shit and
Hey
make
JJ, sorry I
Fauci.
can't see the chat today.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go ahead. Sorry.
we're having some issues. That's all.
I know you got storms headed your way, and I'm surrounded by storms.
Mm-hmm. So we'll see if we survive. All right, go ahead, keep going.
I don't think there's much more, but we'll keep scrolling.
Okay, okay. And we're back to Fauci, by the way, people.
Yeah. Um, Fauci stated it was a false narrative to take comfort in a lower death rate for COVID in the country. There's so many other things that are very dangerous and bad about this virus. Don't get yourself into a false complacency. For people who were immunocompromised and or very young, yep, you're at risk. Average healthy person, we now know you were okay.
Well, and this sick person right here is unvaccinated.
I'm
Told you
allergic to so many
before.
vaccines, I
I told,
couldn't risk it.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you would have to hold me down in order to take it. And my youngest son has had, what, the jab 6 times, I believe that's how many there are.
And he's constantly sick.
Yeah, and yes,
Mm-hmm.
at a young age. Ridiculous.
I know there's a theory, and this is just a theory. So hear me out. This is not legit. It's just something that scientists have talked about. Is the vaccine dependency, where we vaccinate
Hmm.
against everything so much that our bodies literally will never be able to produce its own immune system anymore. Um,
Hmm.
and It's a theory that it could happen down the road, like antibiotics. We don't want our bodies
I was
to
just going to
need
say that.
antibiotics all the time because it ends up
Right.
becoming a problem. So, yeah, there's some concern about vaccine dependency instead of the body naturally trying to fight things off first. And so it's just an interesting piece that I had read while I was in college to work in medicine, by the way. So, yeah.
Well,
Um,
I now find it interesting that if I'm sick and anywhere I go, that's the first question that's answered.
Have you had the
The
COVID
second one is, do
vaccine?
you want it? Yeah. Uh huh. The second one is, do you want it? After I've said no. And it got so bad, I told them, take my file and somebody flag it that I don't want it because I don't want to hear it again.
They're never going to do that.
And no, they're not. And do you know, every time at the PCP's office, that's what I got to hear.
Mm-hmm.
And now they want you to pay to get the test on Amazon or Walmart or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And they want you to pay to get the test for you to check yourself before you come to their office for being sick, see if you've had COVID or not, or the flu, or RSV.
Um, so what do they actually do for anything? Because, really, the only thing they have for treating, COVID that they use finally is ivermectin and if, like one other
Right?
antiviral. Um, yeah, those are the treatments now after like how many years being told not to use them. Anyways, so yeah, they're gonna push it as much as they can still
Is
because they got to make money off of it.
Iver is ivermectin the horse one?
Uh-huh. That we use to treat
Okay.
malaria and various other parasites and viral infections. Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one that Joe Rogan took, isn't it?
Yeah.
And
And down in Mexico, they
they
have a few
turned on
studies
him
showing.
about it.
Yeah, they turned on him because of it. And down in Mexico, though, they're running studies about ivermectin and drug cancer research, and it's showing very
Hmm.
strong positives, positive outcomes for I think it's like 3 or 4 specific types of cancers. Absolutely amazing. Mexico's got some good research going on, so you can look that up too,
It's cool.
because like they're the only country running a study to see how ivermectin works for treating certain cancers.
Right. Okay.
Mm-hmm. This is mostly just praising his stupid ass. Um, oh, this is on Rand Paul.
Oh gosh. Yeah, look at October 2020.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead, read it.
So, in October of 2020, Fauci objected after his words, "I can't imagine that anybody could be doing more," were featured in an advertisement from Trump's campaign touting Trump's handling of the pandemic. Fauci said he did not consent to the ad, and his words were taken out of context. He was actually referring to how hard the coronavirus task force was working.
Uh-huh.
Uh, he had
Okay.
never made a political endorsement in his career. I beg to differ. Not publicly, but I promise you, he's done public. Not public, but behind the scenes. Also in October, Fauci criticized the Great Barrington Declaration, focused power, or focused protections herd immunity strategy, calling it total nonsense. Except isn't herd immunity, there's the word, how people used to handle chickenpox when we were little? Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Herd immunity. Get it over with, and hope your kid don't die in the process.
Well, that's what happened at Easter time.
Mm-hmm.
Both the kids got it. One was 3, the other no, 3 and 6.
Mm-hmm.
And kindergarten it broke out, and I said, okay, whose kid has it so that they can go and lick on them. And everybody's like, ooh, what do you mean? And I'm like, we need to get this over with.
Yeah,
You know,
sooner the
Eric was
better.
15 when he got it. Yeah, Eric was 15 when he got it and he almost died from it. He was put in the hospital for it.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't want it when you get older.
I was almost
And
hospitalized
like you
over
said,
it.
Craig, be yeah, like you said, herd immunity. You know what I mean? Get them in, get them out, and take care of them as best you can.
Mm-hmm. And I know there's more to herd immunity. I'm just simplifying
Yeah,
the statement of how it works. Um,
we get you.
but Fauci called it total nonsense, and it's saying it would lead to many avoidable deaths. Uh-huh. Fauci said that 30% of the population had underlying health conditions that made them vulnerable to the virus, and that older adults, even those who were otherwise healthy, are far more likely than young adults to become seriously ill. That's true. A lot of our population, diabetes, heart disease, um, um, hypertension type stuff, those all play a factor in it. Um, Poor diet,
But
lack of exercise.
but didn't they find though that the young adults were having other like heart issues and other things that was
No,
unexpected?
that was from the vaccine. Or no, they were saying no. The virus could cause um pericarditis, inflammation of the little sac around the heart.
Right.
Um, the pericardium would become inflamed and constrict the heart's movements. It can be very deadly.
But I thought there. Okay, well, we'll get through that, I guess. I thought there was something, though, with the vaccine in young adults,
Oh, that's the vaccine.
specifically.
I'm talking the virus itself.
Oh, oh, okay, gotcha.
Why
Okay.
people of certain health would get it. I even got it. I
Mm,
survived it. I felt like I had an elephant on my chest for a good month, but I got through it. And this was before we knew what it was. I had an
right.
unknown upper respiratory infection that they treated with steroids and extra albuterol. Um, let's see. Oh, and I also did respiratory therapy. As a patient for respiratory therapy, I remembered all the exercises to get my lungs
Mm,
working properly, and that helped get through as well. That way, fluid and viral
Right.
stuff didn't get stuck in the lower part of my lungs. I was able to breathe it out faster. Let's see. Power to protect the vulnerable is total nonsense because history has shown that that's not the case. Yes, 1918 Spanish flu. We're still battling it to this day. Good job. Um, and for those who don't know, yes, we are battling 108 years later. We are still battling variants of the Spanish flu. We just call it the flu every year. There's like
Flu.
two
Yep.
strains twice a year. So, it just mutates that fast. And if you hold on. And if you then he goes on to say, and if you talk to anybody who has any experience in epidemiology and infectious disease, they will tell you that that is risky and you'll wind up with many more infections of vulnerable people, which will lead to hospitalizations and death. So I think that we just got to look at that square in the eye and say it's nonsense. It's a double-edged sword
Right.
doing the herd immunity. But it's not like we had a vaccine available, a real vaccine. Sorry. Um, and
Or
uh,
when it worked.
one that actually works. Yes. Um, on October 18th of 2020, Fauci mentioned he wasn't surprised that Donald Trump contracted COVID. No shit, we all did. Um, and you know what's funny? He survived.
Yeah, for real. He really did.
uh, There was a moment in November of 2020 when Trump insinuated that he would fire Fauci after the election while on stage at a campaign rally in Miami airport, which is now, I believe, the Donald Trump airport. Is that the one that got turned into the Donald J.
Yes, it
Trump
is.
airport?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I believe so. The one and the same. They brought that to you last week, I believe.
um, and they're saying that it's still a false claim that the pandemic um, was rounding the turn and
The
was
turn.
met by the audience chants to fire Fauci. It wasn't a false claim. It literally it's running its course. It's still all that 2 weeks to flatten the curve, stay home and no one will get it. It
Uh-huh.
turned out to be a load of shit. Everybody
Distance.
ended up getting it,
Yeah,
and
6 weeks.
those who survived
Six,
survived.
and 6 feet apart. That works too.
Yeah. Oh, JJ brought up about the ivermectin. Dr. Peter McCullough, who was one of many scientists who worked on the mRNA vaccines mRNA gene therapy as a vaccine on and off over 40 years. He is one
Uh,
of many scientists who suggested that people take ivermectin.
okay.
One of the founding scientists who helped create the vaccine and then also warned people not to take it. Interesting guy. You should read up on him even if you don't agree with him. Really interesting guy. Yep. And he also does the talking about the benefits of fighting for other cancers. Yes. So
Okay.
no, I'm like shocked that she's the head of bioethics at the NIH and married to Fauci. How? Is it just marrying him a
And that
bioethic? What? Like failure or something? Like
well,
breaking the ethics of medicine, just marrying the guy? I don't know. I don't like him.
read on.
She joined the Georgetown University as an advisor and faculty member. She went from a nurse to head of bioethics. How? I don't get that. Um, Hold on. Let's see how she went there. She worked as a nurse, clinical researcher, and clinical care with specialization in HIV. She was a commissioner of the Presidential Commission for the Study of Bioethics Issues from 2010 to 2017. I bet she never once looked at her husband. Um, so, yes, clinical research nurse and specializing in HIV is probably how she met Fauci. She is a member of the National Academy of Medicine, a senior fellow at the Kennedy Institute of Ethics. I'm laughing still. And a fellow at the Hastings Center and the American Academy of Nursing. All right. She's also a member of the board of directors of the Children's Inn, which houses children and young adults who are being treated at the NIH. So, like the Ronald McDonald House.
Uh-huh.
She received the NIH CEO Award in 2017 and the Directors Award in the same organization from 2015 and in 2017. Grady was reassigned from her role at the NIH to change. The changes were part of the broader set of changes in the Department of Health and Human Services in 2025. That would have been RFK Jr. And in March of
There's
2026,
like if you
go ahead.
hold up, if you notice, there's a gap. You
Uh
have a
huh.
gap of like 8 years
And
of no information.
that's
Uh-huh.
alarming.
And scroll back up. What year did they get married?
That that's
1980.
coming down
No,
here in the personal
was it
stuff.
85?
Oh, hold on,
Okay.
wait, no, it doesn't say. Yeah, they got married in 1985.
Yeah. Yeah, 85.
Interesting.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So what went on for those 8 years? Where was she? It doesn't say, does it?
Starts
Was
just
she
before
helping him?
COVID and ends just after
Uh-huh.
COVID.
Uh-huh. Yes, ma'am.
Uh huh. There's that. Um, that's it on her.
Okay, so from an HR perspective, I did go out and first question I had was he was born what, 1940? I
Yes.
think he was.
Yes.
Okay, so he doesn't get married till 1985, so that makes him what, 45? So
Yeah.
I questioned whether either one of them had been married before.
Probably not.
And the answer was no. They
Mm-hmm.
weren't. They met at NIH, became an item, and then got married in 1985. They have 3 children. I
Mm-hmm.
did not go dig up the children. Felt we didn't need to bring them into
Yeah.
it. Although who knows what they're involved in, You never know.
Mm-hmm.
Uh so a couple things. Even working the issues that well, what I found was that they worked while it was NIH. They were in completely separate departments. That's the way some companies handle things. You can work in a department as long as you don't cross paths. The second issue that I have with them, well, there's another thing. Were they such great scientists or great what they did in their field, Christine, that it would be worse if they would have lost them as employees if they asked somebody to step down,
I
which you
personally
can do in a
believe
company.
she hasn't
Hmm.
benefited or well, she hasn't done anything to directly impact much of this by the looks of it. But we don't know what was going on
But
behind the
that's just
scenes.
what's correct. And that's the issue that I have.
Now he was
They
running
slept
the
together. Oh,
NIAID. She's
yeah.
at NIH. So yeah.
Well, they crossed paths early on. They both worked for
Mm-hmm.
NIH. Remember, he moved over,
Yeah.
okay? The issue I have regarding I don't care where they worked, they were both in high level positions. Although, is it any different than Mitch McConnell and Chinese chick's name,
Mhm.
the transportation secretary, whatever
Mhm.
the hell her name is, that went to China right after Mitch was put in the hospital.
Uh-huh.
Uh, is that any different than these two? Probably
Nancy
not, the way
Pelosi
the
and her
government
mess of a
sees it.
system.
Hmm. So, bedfellows make strange partners. Is that how that goes, or am I
I'm not
getting that
sure.
wrong? I don't know. At
I
this
I don't
point,
know.
I'm messed. However, that saying goes, they're in bed together regardless.
Mhm.
And if you don't think for 1 minute that shit that goes on in her area and shit that goes on in his area, that they don't cross paths, well, I have a bridge to nowhere to sell you.
Mhm.
I mean, come on. She knows way more than she's letting on. And where was she? What was she doing that they
Well, I
can't
could tell
put
you,
on
in
Wikipedia?
1993, she did a thesis on the ethical issues in the development and testing of preventative HIV vaccine, in which Fauci was not found to do anything wrong. I read the study.
Of
I read her
course,
thesis. Fauci did nothing wrong, and oh, yeah, I wonder why. Uh huh.
yeah. Huh? Uh huh. There's a good way to absolve yourself.
Oh, yeah,
Because I'm sure she's going by Christine Grady and not Christine Fauci
for a
anywhere.
reason.
Uh huh.
No, I don't think she ever took on his last name. It was for legit, like, like business reasons, like how some actors and
To keep it,
politicians
yeah, to
won't take
keep
on
it,
their spouse's last name.
exactly. Uh
Yes.
huh. To keep it separate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And that way, that's harder to find you and stalk you and do stupid things because your
exactly.
spouse is a freaking
Exactly.
idiot. Oh, sorry.
Uh huh.
I'm just, yeah. Anyways,
But she got the Institute of Health Award
mm-hmm.
for CEO for
Yeah,
her scientific career.
I know.
And you mean to tell me Fauci didn't coach her along on how to get what she
Oh,
got?
of course. And how do you go from a nurse to running NIH? You're a
Uh huh.
nurse. Where's
You
the
the one thing
doctors
I
who know
yeah,
more?
the one thing I meant to do, Crazy Bee, was to see if I could pull a current photo of her, because that's from 2018.
Yeah, that's probably as current as it's going to get. I don't think she's much in the limelight. She kind of tries to avoid it.
Okay.
As is obvious, she really doesn't like being out there.
Did she leave the NIH? Does it say, or
No,
is she
I
still
believe she's still
working for them?
there.
Yeah. Remember, I told you about that woman that I met that was 80 years old, and she had said a couple years ago that they had called her back to do
Mm-hmm.
some kind of work on COVID.
Mm-hmm. Not
I want to
surprised.
look real quick and see if there's anything on her. Uh, I'll do her. I'm just curious. I mean, I just find it amazing that these two people were in such high positions of power
They should have never
that,
been anywhere near it.
right, that they were able to garner favor with presidents, probably people outside of the country, heads of other governments, I would imagine.
This is kind of like,
Uh,
having a secretary run a Fortune 500 country. Company. To have a nurse
right.
run NIH the way she is like having a secretary run a Fortune 500. I'm sorry. And I know there's going to be people in the medical field who hate that. I say this, but I was a medical assistant. I know the hierarchy of the medical field. A nurse should not be running NIH. I'm sorry. Don't like it? Too bad. I just, honestly, I know the hierarchy. Doctors are doctors for a reason. They get the extra schooling. Yes, nurses learn along the way, but a doctor actually goes to school for it. Oh.
Mm-hmm. I sent you a DM.
Oh.
That was, yeah, one of the photos on her.
Hold
A
on, I
little
gotta
bit
save
aged.
it so I can open it, and then I can put it into. I hate having one
Okay.
screen. I hate having one screen. I need this fixed. I'm sorry. I'm trying to do this
We're
all.
good.
Where is her ugly face? Well, I shouldn't say that. That was
Goodbye,
nice.
Siri. Thank you.
So that's what she looks like.
Mm.
She's old.
She's up there, and she's still. Let's see. If she's still the head of NIH.
I believe she is, according to what I was reading. There's nothing to the contrary.
And no, she's no longer in charge of her position. But she was dismissed from the post. Wonder who dismissed her.
That would have been Dr. Oz and RFK Jr.
Oh, there's something from. Oh, she went to work at Georgetown University then. Oh,
That's what it said in her biography on Wikipedia.
okay.
That's where she's at currently. 2026 is she's there at Georgetown University, as well as the Kennedy Institute of Ethics, which I still can't believe she's like heads this entire ethics thing with a husband who legitimately allowed people to violate ethics on studies he was overseeing or paid for or funded and all that shit for over 40 years.
Right.
And
I'm
as
sending you a little article.
it's just frustrating to know
Yeah.
that
And I think this is in. Yeah. This kind of ties into what you're talking about. If you
if
can pull that up.
I will, and I'll add it to the thing. Give me 2 seconds
Okay.
because I am, like I
So
said,
this,
stuck with one
yeah,
screen. Go ahead if you
so
want to
this
talk.
was, yeah, this was, are you okay with the article?
Yeah, I'm just adding it in.
Okay. Okay. So this is Fauci allies, COVID vaccine officials get axed at NIH. So there's our famous Dr. Fauci,
Kind of looks similar to Jack
infamous, I guess.
Kevorkian. Do you remember Dr. Kevorkian?
Yes.
They do look kind of similar.
Yes, ma'am.
I almost want to do a side by side.
Go ahead. You pull one up while I do a little reading here.
Okay.
Okay. As an anti-vaccine activist, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. spent years attacking Anthony Fauci and sowing doubts about the successful effort he led to develop a COVID vaccine. Right off the bat, that first sentence tells you Politico is biased.
Uh-huh.
As as HHS secretary, he's exacting his revenge. Kennedy on Tuesday, and this article is from, again, Politico on April 2nd of 2025.
Mm-hmm.
As HHS secretary, he's exacting his revenge. Kennedy on Tuesday fired Fauci's wife, Christine Grady, and reassigned at least 3 of Fauci's longtime colleagues at the National Institutes of Health as part of a purge of senior officials involved in the government's development and distribution of the COVID vaccine. 8 people familiar with the matter said.
Okay.
Fauci, the longtime head of the...
I
Go
found the
ahead.
picture of Dr. Kevorkian. That's what he looks like. And
Okay.
then Fauci up here. Hold on, let me go back to the top of his. Where's his ugly little mug? Yeah, they look kind of similar.
And you... Oh, yeah.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
I
He
did
had a little bit of more fat on his face. It
a
could
little
be
bit darker complexion.
cousins or... Yeah.
Yeah, brothers
Not
even.
even that. Give Fauci... Yeah, give Fauci a tan and that could be his cousin.
Yeah, different eye color. One has blue
That just...
eyes. One has got brown. But yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to totally disrupt, but I did find that interesting that they look alike. And no more further comment about ethics from there.
Okay, so the removals which came... Oh, wait. Fauci, a long time head of the NIH's National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, was the face of the government's response to the COVID pandemic during Trump's first term. But the relationship between the two soured as the virus spread, and Republicans have since sought to villainize Fauci's actions.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, whoever wrote this, you suck.
Yes, they do.
The removals which came amid a mass... Hold on. That's your frickin' cursor, and I thought it was a frickin' bug. I almost
Again?
slapped my... Yes.
It's
The way
clearly
it
an
was flitting up
arrow.
at the top. I know, but the way it was flitting up at the top underneath, and it looks... Yeah, never mind.
I
It
get
looked
it.
like a
I'm
bug.
laughing still.
I almost smacked my tablet. Okay. So the removals, which came amid a mass reduction in force across the health department, effectively gutted leadership at the NIH's Infectious Disease Office and key parts of the Food and Drug Administration, stunning agency employees and leaving the broader public health community in disbelief. It's like a Fauci fixation, said Dr. Eric Topol, a public health expert and director of the Scripps Research Translational Institute. So many of these people are just dedicated. They really want to do good, and now they're losing their jobs senselessly.
I want to do
Politico
good. Pay
spoke to
me 6
11 people.
figures a year. I just want to do good. Oh, sorry.
Politico spoke to 11 people for this story, many of whom were granted anonymity.
Anonymity.
Thank you. For fear of retribution. Several NIH leaders were told to accept reassignment to outposts in states like Alaska or leave the federal government altogether, according to 3 people familiar with the matter. One of them was Janine Morazzo, who succeeded Fauci at NIAID. Now, they
Alaska's
might have,
beautiful. I
you
won't
know,
complain.
I mean, I don't see them saying they were sent to, Antarctica or something. And also,
Tempting.
This whole thing that you get to talk anonymously or you're shielded in some way. How do we know? Like, who did you talk to? The janitor that was mopping the floors who heard something? I mean, come on.
Well, and
11
again, we
people didn't
have to
call you for no...
take them at their word. And yes, it's probably exaggerated or lied about.
Oh,
But here's the thing: would you want your name put out there if you were whistleblowing on a company?
well, this isn't whistleblowing.
I mean, technically, they're talking bad about Trump, and they're afraid that he'll retaliate on them. So
Hey, when you work a government job like that, if you're in the higher up ranks,
you get.
that goes with the territory. You know what I mean? It
But
does.
You got to remember, a lot of the people working in our government are the liberal arts jackasses that can't cope.
True.
And they probably are the
Well,
janitor
then,
who's freaking out and paranoid and also got like 6 different pronouns and are terrified that everybody's out to get them,
uh-huh,
including the Fairy King.
right,
So,
right.
sorry.
Fairy King. I thought it was the Fairy Queen.
Well, I could have said the
Okay.
whole Sealy Court, but that would probably be a little extensive. And if you don't know what any of that is, go
Okay.
research Fae. The Fae. Faes are awesome.
Ah,
Oh, I'm supposed to scroll down.
yes. Clifford Lane, a 45-year-old veteran of the NIH and close confidant of Fauci as NIAID Deputy Director for Clinical Research and NIAID Microbiology and Infectious Diseases Director Emily Erblelding have lost their jobs, two of the people familiar with the matter said. Kennedy also signed off on the firing of Grady,
Uh
the
huh.
head of the NIH bioethics department, and Fauci's wife, four of the people familiar with the matter said.
Uh huh.
HHS did not respond to a request for comment. The removals coincided with a broader effort by Kennedy to overhaul scientific leadership actions, the public health agencies, representing the fulfillment of his vows to drastically remake the sprawling department.
Let me scroll down.
Do you scroll down?
There we go.
Scrolling, scrolling. In a post on X, Kennedy called the firings a difficult moment, but insisted that HHS needed an overhaul. The reality is clear. What we've been doing isn't working, he wrote. HHS needs to be recalibrated to emphasize prevention, not just sick care.
Whoops. There we are.
As one of the nation's leading anti vaccine activists, Kenny criticized the government's COVID response and
Uh
spread
huh.
conspiracy theories about the vaccines, at one point baselessly calling it the deadliest vaccine ever made.
Not
Though
true.
he has since insisted,
Well, there is a
um,
deadlier
though
vaccine than
he
that one that he accused it of, but he just doesn't know enough medical history.
okay, though he has since insisted he is not anti-vaccine, Kennedy has made clear he plans to revamp much of the public health apparatus, installing like-minded allies and those willing to pursue his priorities, such as scrutinizing vaccine injuries and searching for links between vaccines and autism. One thing I will say here is, again, from an HR perspective, whether you like it or not, whoever is new coming into a company, if they don't like you,
I'll get you.
sayonara.
Yep.
In
And
this, whether you did something wrong or you didn't, they get, and especially if you're in a higher up position, you
mm-hmm,
get to kick those people out. You can bring people in that are like minded. Hopefully, you have some people that, dissent from here or there to keep you on track.
uh-huh,
But they get to bring in who they want.
mm-hmm.
Again, I'm very curious, when Trump left and Biden came in, was Politico writing these same types of stories about the people that, you know,
Biden got
they
rid of.
got out because they were, yeah, well,
The ones Biden's administration fired to replace with like minded individuals.
oh, what, like Karine Jean Pierre, whatever the hell her name is?
She was still better than Jen Psaki. Oh,
True. Okay, well,
no,
Jen
actually, I
Psaki
don't think they were
replaced.
better. They were equally bad, just in different ways. Okay.
Okay. Uh, I don't know if we really need to go through the rest of all of
Yeah,
this.
because I'm just going to sit there and
But
have a fit about half of this, and
yeah,
I'm not. I'll drag this
yeah.
out on
So,
not on
but
purpose.
yeah, the whole article, again, we just wanted to look at it since it was we were having previous discussions on Christine Grady, Fauci's wife. So this Politico article is extra. So you got 2 extras out of us so far today, and that will be posted in the description below. Unless Crazy B wants to drop in Jack Kevorkian's photo.
No, we'll leave it.
No, okay.
They can look that up on
If
their
you
own.
want it, you can look it up yourself. There you go. All right. So what do we got up next?
Our next
The
slide.
next slide. Yes. Okay, so this is again beyond the pardon, how they're holding Fauci accountable. So on January 19th of 2025, that was, quote, his absolute day, last day in the office, President Joe Biden signed a sweeping, preemptive federal pardon for Dr. Fauci. This document wasn't just a slap on the wrist, it was an absolute legal fortress. It granted Fauci total immunity from any federal prosecution for his actions during his pandemic service, stretching all the way from January of 2014 to January of 2025.
What was he doing in
So 11
2014
years.
that we should be freaking out about, is my question. That was the swine flu and the Ebola.
Was it? Yeah, I was going to say I thought it was Ebola.
I think it's more the Ebola going forward. So what was he doing that warranted us to give him a pardon all the way that far fucking back?
Right.
I'm concerned about that.
Here,
That's really specific.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, let me see if I can find anything on it.
Yeah. I'm gonna do the same.
You wanna? Yeah, do you want to pull up the YouTube video and let them watch? We can get started on that while I look at this up.
Let me go hit play.
Okay, cool.
Past the hour on Tuesday, and there are new questions this morning surrounding President Biden's use of the auto pen while he was in office. News Nation just obtained internal emails from the Biden administration.
Oh, I know why. It doesn't like doing the I gotta share the whole thing with you in order for you to hear it.
Okay.
Do you want me to change it over so you can hear it?
Well, I kind of know it, but
yeah, I need to. I'll switch you back when we go back to doing just the thing. Itchy. I'm having an allergic reaction to my freaking pants. I don't know which soap they decided to use. Sorry, my screen is a disaster.
Hey, hold on. Yeah, hold on 1 second. So in January of 2014, Fauci was serving as the director of NIH and NIID. During this period, was basically the HIV, malaria, and emerging pathogens. The specific time frame later became a notable photo, was COVID. So it really doesn't say too much about exactly what he was working on. I don't like that. Let me try to rephrase the question.
According to JJ, we have over on Pilled, our likes to viewers is 140 ratio.
Okay, that's cool. Thanks, JJ.
I'm gonna hit play. I hope you can hear this.
And showing that some within the former president's circle questioned clemency approvals during the last days of his presidency. News Nation's Tom Dempsey has the latest from the White House. And Tom, you know, as everybody knows, President Trump has been zeroing in on this specific controversy. What new are we learning from these documents?
Hey, Marky, good morning from the White House. Well, President Donald Trump and other Republicans call former President Joe Biden's use of the auto pen a historic scandal. But now, new internal emails from the Biden White House obtained by News Nation raise some questions about some of those clemency decisions made by the former president during his final days in office. To be clear, former President Biden issued a lot of pardons and commuted sentences during his time, but some of those decisions included President Biden's pardon of his son Hunter last December, and then 5 more members of his family on the last night of his presidency.
What was your family doing that they needed a pardon? Some of them before they even committed a crime. A preemptive pardon.
Ma'am. Yes.
When?
So that means, yeah.
I'm curious if historically it's ever been done before. The preemptive pardons. I can't remember if we looked into it or not.
I think it was. I think I looked that up and the answer was yes.
It's just not very often.
Correct.
Okay.
I'll double check that and have the answer for tomorrow.
Now, a 17-page document obtained by News Nation from a Trump administration investigation contains excerpts of internal Biden White House emails obtained from the National Archives. At times, they zero in on the use of the auto pen. Poe Rosa was a senior advisor to the chief of staff, and he wrote in one email to Chief of Staff Jeff Zients and others a summary of the meetings to decide to pardon Biden family members, writing, quote, "And Jeff, I will respond from you after this email is sent saying you approve the use of the auto pen for all the pardons in this email." For some context here, according to Pew Research analysis of the Department of Justice,
an email that could have been typed up by his wife, his assistant, his staff.
Yep.
Is the proof that he was legitimately behind this.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Data, President Biden issued over 4,200 acts of clemency during his term, more than any other president in history. 96% of those came on or after October 1st of last year. Earlier this year, President Biden defended himself, saying in a New York Times interview that he made every decision while in office. But President Trump still critical of the former president's use of the auto pen.
Well, I think the auto pen is one of the great scandals of our time. The auto pen was our president, or to put it a different way, whoever operated the auto pen was our president.
And Marky, important to note that the House Oversight Committee, Republicans on that committee on Capitol Hill, are still conducting an investigation looking into former President Biden's mental fitness while in office, as well as his use of the auto pen. Former Chief of Staff Jeff Zients, he's being called in for an interview behind closed doors later this month as part of that investigation. Marky?
Yeah. Thank you for watching. Subscribe.
Okay. Yeah. I suspect the auto pen was misused. Quite honestly.
Oh, we kind of knew that. That's been one of the biggest complaints. That did Biden even know what he was signing? And he claims he did, but did he really? If the staff had the auto pen, the actual pen in hand, don't you think? I guarantee it. I guarantee it.
Yeah, I highly doubt he actually signed it and used his brain to do this work.
Right. Any of the work. For the majority of the time that we questioned.
Yep.
Was he capable or not?
And I don't think so.
I didn't. Yeah. And then, okay, so we saw that. So what's the next slide up?
Uh-oh. Did we lose you, Dee?
No, I lost you. I said, what's the next slide up?
It's up there. I just changed it.
I don't see it. I see the
Discord
thing.
Nope, I gotta change you back. That's right. Sorry, I'm not used to this. I want I want more screens.
No problem.
Now you can see it.
There we go. But almost immediately, investigative teams noticed a massive problem. Joe Biden didn't actually pick up a pen and physically sign the paper. Instead, White House staffers hooked up a machine called an auto pen to replicate his signature onto the official clemency warrant. And with that, we have a article from the Law Review from Stanford.
Right here.
Why? Yeah. This is from March 17th of 2025, entitled Why Trump Can't Void Biden's Pardons Because of the Auto Pen.
We can go through the summary.
And this we have a summary. Yeah. According to the U.S. Constitution, the president has no such authority to overturn his predecessor's pardons, especially not based on the type of signature, legal experts say. The Constitution doesn't even require that the pardon be written, so the idea that the signature is by auto pen rather than by handwritten signature seems not relevant to constitutionality because Article 2 just says that the president has the power to pardon, says Bernadette Myler, a Stanford law professor and constitutional law expert.
Yeah, but we still have no other proof that the president said or backed it up in any way,
Right.
fashion, or form.
Right.
Other than staff.
Yeah, hit the read more, Crazy Bee. So I'm not.
It won't let me.
Just make sure.
Oh, it's taking forever
Okay.
to load. Hold on. My internet. Oh, come on.
Okay, so this.
Oh, fuck off. AI sucks. Oh my god.
Okay. Okay, I'll hurry up. On Monday, and this is from March of 2025. So that Monday, President Trump signaled that he intends to nullify the presidential pardons issued to those on the House January 6th committee that investigated Trump executed by President Joe Biden because he said they were signed via auto pen. The pardons that Sleepy Joe Biden gave to the Unselect Committee of Political Thugs and many others are hereby declared void, vacant, and of no further force or effect because of the fact that they were done by auto pen, the president shared on his social media platform Truth Social. In other words, Joe Biden did not sign them, but more importantly, he did not know anything about them. The necessary pardoning documents were not explained to or approved by Biden. But according to the U.S. Constitution, the president has no such authority to overturn, and we just went through that paragraph previously. The auto pen is an electronic signature that allows individuals to sign a document without physically being there. The signature mimics a handwritten signature, but is done by computer. A vast number of statutes and other documents have been signed by auto pen, experts say. For instance, former President Barack Obama signed a national security measure via auto pen while he was in France. Now, he was vacationing, just so people know, let's get that straight.
Mm-hmm.
Myler says if presidential pardons were to be invalidated because of an auto pen signature, that could bring into question other policies that were signed by such measures. When so much is being automated and put online, requiring some literalness in the signature really would be a step backward, she says.
Well, hold on 1 second.
I,
They're missing
I,
the entire point. It's not the auto pen device itself that's the problem. It's who is authorizing the use if Biden is not mentally competent to do it.
right. But I also have an issue in general with out having that actual signature, I think. You know,
I
if
don't
it's
care
so
if it's a
important.
digital signature, personally, as long as the president is the one who authorized the use of it. And there's a paper trail proving it.
Okay, so, and what are you going to get?
Or video
What
proof,
are you going to
something.
get? Okay, so what are you going to get? What do you want to prove that he said yes to do it?
I don't
What
know.
he
Like,
was sitting at the beach? Hold on, let me do this up for you. He was sitting at the beach under the umbrella, looking dazed and confused, and they came to him and said, we think it's a good idea if you pardon Fauci. And he goes, okay.
maybe
Now,
there should
where
be
do we
some
get,
kind
how
of
did we,
press thing. Oh, no, because Biden did press too by reading a script.
right.
There's got to be a way.
So, yeah, but my point here is if you're going to go to them and get an okay, or you're going to go to them and get something typed, you know what I mean? Like an email that says, okay, go ahead, pardon him. If you went to all that trouble, why didn't you just bring the damn paper to him and have him sign it? Why
It
were
was
you
probably
waiting
a
till the
phone call
very last
asking
day
him
to?
to pardon so and so and do this or that.
Yeah,
There was probably no in person
most
communication
definitely.
other than over the phone.
Right? Probably.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we could just do one better. And all policies must be done, like all policies and pardons should be signed publicly.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, if it's such a big deal, right, to have a pardon done, that only the president can do it, then it's a big deal enough to warrant a real signature that you know that he actually did it.
I say just do it
I
as
mean,
a press release. Sit there and sign it in front of the
yeah,
nation. Read it like what Trump does with most of his
exactly.
policies and his executive orders. He sits
Right.
there, explains it, and signs it publicly.
Hmm.
Why didn't Biden do that? Oh, probably because he didn't
That's a good
understand what the
question.
fuck he was signing. Oh my lord.
Uh-huh. Okay, so a 25 2005 guidance from the U.S. Department of Justice noted that a president does not need to personally perform the physical act of affixing his signature to a bill he approves and decides to sign an order for the bill to become
Wait,
law.
that's a bill, not a
Rather, the
pardon.
president, right?
That's two
Rather,
different
the
documents.
president may sign a bill. Rather, the president may sign a bill within the meaning of Article 1, Section 7 by directing a subordinate to affix the president's signature to such a bill, for example, by auto pen.
But that's a
Crazy
bill.
B, who was in office in '05?
Um, Bush Jr. He started his second term. I didn't
Wonder,
like him.
okay. I wonder why that decision was made, because you know that order had to come from him to the DOJ.
Mm-hmm.
The DOJ just didn't decide on their own one day that they were going to say, "Oh, by the way, while you're doing your job, you can now sign by auto pen." Something had to have happened in that year, I would think, to start that up ball rolling.
I cannot
But what
remember
is the
other than it was just
oh, what?
Bush and he was overseas a lot getting shoes thrown at him.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about the
I'm,
shoes.
I'm sorry.
I forgot.
I
I
think that's the
forgot
year
about
he
the
had the shoe
shoes.
chucked at him. I remember laughing my
Oh,
ass
sugar
off about
bucket.
it. I'm pretty sure it was.
Yeah.
I might be wrong, but
Okay.
it would still be fucking
So
funny.
Jeffrey Crouch, a professor at an American university, told Axios that pardons are final so long as they are valid. But aside from criticizing the use of the auto pen, Trump also appears to be undermining President Biden's cognitive ability at the time such pardons were issued.
I
He knew
agree.
nothing about them, and the people that did may have committed a crime. Therefore, those on the Unselect Committee who destroyed and deleted all evidence obtained during their 2-year witch hunt of me and many other innocent people should fully understand that they are subject to investigation at the highest level. The fact is, they were probably responsible for the documents that were signed on their behalf without the knowledge or consent of the worst president in the history of our country, crooked Joe Biden, Trump wrote on Monday. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt reaffirmed this position during a White House briefing on Monday when she questioned whether Biden knew his signature was on such pardons. When asked if the White House had any evidence to support such a claim, Leavitt responded, "You're a reporter, you should find out." These concerns were previously flagged by Missouri Attorney General Adrian Bailey, who called on the DOJ to investigate Biden's actions on March 5th. "I am demanding the DOJ investigate whether Joe Biden's cognitive decline allowed unelected staff to push through radical policy without his knowing approval," Bailey posted on X. One statement I do want to make is about the unelected staff.
Mhm.
And I've often heard rumored that it is these unelected staff that kind of really control the government.
Mhm.
The the people, the higher ups, come and go, right? Because they move as the new administration comes in.
Mhm.
So we do a clean slate like they did with Christine Grady, right? Fauci's wife. 8 people get wiped out, 8 new people get brought back in.
Mhm.
But the people that stay are the staff that are down there in the
The
meat and
coffee
dirts of
runners.
things.
The coffee runners.
Yes.
The
But
gophers. Sorry, gophers.
they have some type of control and power within their group. They can push agendas. I mean, they're the people that are the ones that say you can see somebody or you can't see somebody.
Mhm. The
Um,
secretaries and stuff like that.
yes, right. And the chief of staff, uh, they all have. So it's possible that things got. Why wouldn't it be?
Mhm.
I mean, we saw him falling apart right in front of our face.
Oh, but the media said that was a lie, and we were misseeing and misunderstanding him literally looking like a Roomba going around the stage,
Uh huh.
lost as could be. Yeah. Uh huh.
Right.
It's alarming. And honestly, I still
Yes,
think
it is.
his entire administration and his family should be charged with elder abuse for letting him run and be president in his condition.
Right.
If it was
I
anybody
don't
else,
disagree.
if you were to
They
push
would
your
have done.
parents or your in-laws to
Right.
take on such a stressful job at their age, you would be in serious
Right.
trouble. Because I mean, I'm sure,
Yeah, they're 95.
and as
I
much as
think.
they're
I think they're.
mostly memory intact, there's still probably some degree of
Yes.
decline, dementia of some sort.
Right.
So, would you trust them to be in charge of the United States?
No.
And yet, we were
Well,
supposed to trust
I'll.
Joe Biden to do it.
Yes. So they're 95, and I think I could put them to work until they're 100 at least.
No.
Once you hit that 100 mark, then you can, you know,
Like
retire.
I wouldn't put most people And there's even in their 70s, there's some people have serious signs of dementia in their 70s.
Yes, correct.
And Joe
And they
Biden
should,
showed
well,
obvious
they
signs of
claim that
Parkinson's.
yes, and he did not go through any cognitive testing to my recollection. Trump
They
has,
claim
I
he
know
did.
for sure, several times. Oh, they did?
They
Okay.
claim he
I
did,
don't
and they
recall
claim he
that,
was sharp as a tack.
right?
I doubt it. Um, yeah, no, if you look at Joe Biden and if any you've ever seen a Parkinson's patient, it was clearly Parkinson's, but heaven forbid we
Yeah,
should say that and call it elder abuse what it really was.
right. I have 804 Crazy
Oh,
B. I
yes.
need to, yeah, sign off for the day. So we will leave the RO. We got really far today. Slide 2.
No, I
Jeez.
believe this is 3 or
Oh, we
4.
got, oh, is it? Okay.
Hold on. 1,
One, two,
2,
three, 4.
3. We're on 3.
Okay. We're on 3. Oh, woohoo.
Hey.
Okay. Well, people, I have to take care of some things or I would stay on. I know Crazy B would as well, but she has to take care of a couple things. We
Yep.
will see you tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And on Thursday, we'll definitely be dropping that pre record that we had mentioned, as I will be getting a CT scan at that time.
Yes.
So that's for the rest of the week. And this is going to be interesting how this goes because neither one of us can shut up long enough to get through the
Well, there's
project.
a lot of context that
But
need to be added to those news
yes,
articles,
yes, there is. Yes, ma'am. See,
especially the
it's just not cut
history.
and dry like it. Yes, it's just not cut and dry the way the way it could be or should be.
Uh
You know,
huh.
you go back and you start reading these articles from the past, and you go, "Whoa, wait a minute, that's not how that happened."
Yeah.
You know, I mean, look at the difference in the writings. I mean, anybody that just does some basic things can pick out the bias in the news articles that we're reading.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all the propaganda that has been put out there.
Yes.
And we're not even touching, I mean, a trickle of it. We're probably getting a drip of information.
And this is the stuff that's available to the public, not stuff that's been buried,
Yes.
erased, removed,
Right?
adjusted, edited. I mean, the stuff I found back in 2020 is not the same stuff that's out there right now. It's been edited. And I wish I had my
Yes.
proof, but my entire computer went missing with all my proof from the middle of
Right.
nowhere where there was off the grid and all that other great stuff. So, yeah,
Yeah, that's alarming in itself.
yeah, it happens. I can laugh at it. I know other people would absolutely be freaked out, but yeah, no.
Yeah.
All my proof was saved as PDFs. And so the whole darn thing and my external drives that went with it are all MIA and have been for quite some time.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
And I doubt very much they're going to show up.
oh, they're never going to reappear. Are you kidding? Shit. I ain't that dumb.
Right.
I ain't that wishful thinking. That
Well,
kind of wishful thinking gets me in trouble.
before we leave, I would like everybody to give Crazy B a round of applause. We did not hear her say one time that she was seeing double and that she freaked out by having the same thing on both monitors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
We're proud. You kept it together.
I think I did pretty damn good given the
Yes,
circumstances
you
of
did.
today and how bad my screen is.
Yes.
But we're
Yeah,
hoping
she'll
by
get
next
she'll get
week to
her.
have this fixed. Hopefully by next week. Wednesday next week we should have it fixed, no matter what. Or shortly thereafter, depending if Amazon's going to cooperate or not. I mean, we had to wait over 10 days for it. We actually ordered something on Amazon.
Yeah.
Amazon said, nope, we're not going to sell this to you. And then we had to go reorder it. And then they're like, okay, now we'll sell it to you. So a total of like 10
Oh,
days
wow.
of back and forth with them. Anyways, yeah, rough
That
week.
sucks.
And it's only Tuesday. It's a rough week.
All
but-
right.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Yeah, that's what she told me. She thought it was like, wow. That was another funny thing that happened
Uh-huh.
on Sunday when I got the file over to her. She was kind of like irritated. Like, I know her tone, her voice inflection, and she was somewhat irritated. And she's like, "There's videos and articles in here," and I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Well, I need to get them so that I can edit them." I'm like, "Yeah." And then I don't know what was said there, and she said something, and I'm like,
I thought
"Crazy
it was
B,
Monday.
it's only Sunday." And she thought it was Monday night.
Yes.
I was cracking up.
I will. Yeah. And
We
actually, I
were
didn't even really need
yeah,
to
we
edit.
laughed
I
our
had to
ass
make
off.
sure the links were
Yeah.
something we could use and not need editing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
thought it was Monday night, and it's like, and it's a whole side
Uh-huh.
thing, and I'm like, huh. Okay, I've got how
Yeah.
long to get this together? Can I do this on my end at this
Yeah.
time frame? Yeah, I was
Yep.
able, because I didn't need any editing, so we were good. But oh Lord, what a week!
It was funny. Yes, ma'am. And it's only Tuesday.
So
Oh, God. All right, people, where I'm done, I'm out. I got to go take care of some business. With that, Crazy B, edit.
I'm gonna tell y'all to stay safe, stay sane, stay sober, and we'll catch y'all on the next one.
All right, good night, people.
Good night.